Good evening. I want to welcome everyone to the planning board meeting, September 4th. I guess we're waiting for one board member, but we can open it up with the chairman's update. Yep. Did you have any questions for the board?
For the engineers?
Or you want to wait for the engineer's report for the time to come?
Sure.
Okay. So just for public record, what we're hoping walks through the door is a paid tax receipt for the property on Hamilton Street, so that this can go forward. If not, we're gonna have to ask you for a continuance.
Yeah, I think so. It's an email confirmation. Should I show it?
Question to Kevin, I got a couple phone calls on what's happening at Continental site, from a couple of town meeting members. Said I would look into it. I didn't know of anything that was other than they're doing some repairs inside or what. But it seems obvious that there's been a lot of trees that have been cut down up there for a parking lot.
Yeah,
I'm not sure this is a planning board issue.
well, I got a call from the building commissioner today asking me if I knew anything about it. I guess they went to the Conservation Commission, and got approval, I don't know how long ago. They went to one of the regular meetings. And I don't know, I got the plans, I don't recognize the designer. I don't know if they were explicitly told they could begin work based on Concom, or if they had to seek other approvals, but they've been stopped while, I guess, we, look at the project. The one thing we're looking at is whether it's over an acre. The engineering department, if it's over an acre, it at least means a stormwater permit.
So no one in the town has a plan of what they're doing?
I got a plan today,
Oh, you did? Okay.
which was sent to Mike by either the owner or the developer, but I haven't had a chance to really decipher it. It's a parking lot on the other side of the restaurant. So I
Keep it
guess
up.
it's worth asking or discussing, is there any instance where just a Concom approval allows you to do work like that?
I can't answer that question. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know how big the parking lot is. Like you said, if it's over an acre, you used to go with the storm watch. I don't know the size of it. No one on the planning board has received a plan as of yet, so. You aware of that?
Question, on 860, do we have a design, Kev, have you seen the design on those underground garages, the drainage system?
No, have not, but, I know that the whole, as-bills are under review. But no, that wasn't on the plans.
Was or
There's no
wasn't?
tie-in, there's no,
It's not shown on the plans, but, I know it was mentioned, we're getting Tetra Tech's full review of the as-bills, and, Engineering Alliance is aware of it, so I think we wait to see.
Okay,
The garage plans are in the plumbing drawings that was submitted for building permit. So they do exist, but they're not part of the site plan. But they are at inspectional services.
so we don't get infrastructure plans.
Usually don't get the building permit plans now.
we don't get the what?
Well, we do, we get the elevations, we get the colors, we get all that technical stuff, but
Usually don't get the MEPs, the structural drawings, and all that stuff. So that's all regulated by the building.
The way the chapter 21, article 20 was written, it's all supposed to come through the planning board. And
There's a
completed-
technicality on this, because they are allowed by state to tie the water from the catch basin into the source
Oh, no.
system,
I know,
providing it's covered. But however, we do have a restriction here in the town of Saugus, which
Yeah.
doesn't allow it. Been on for a while.
Not according to the plumbing inspector. I talked to him.
Excuse me?
Not according to the plumbing inspector, he said there's no such moratorium I talked to.
So you're looking into that? I know Steve was.
Well, we're gonna give a complete review, we're hoping to get that tomorrow, it was expected. I have looked at it, I'm waiting for Tetra Tech's review, which was gonna come Tuesday, but he got delayed, expecting it tomorrow. But, you know, another one, that we've been looking at is the Chase Bank, and I did notice there was a condition, I think it was 28, that, and they have sent the electrical plan today, they submitted it, but there was a condition that would be reviewed by the board, with some other items, so.
Did this
maybe-
board review the elect?
Well, once it came in,
Oh, yeah, we
maybe
haven't
it
got
got
that.
added in as a condition on a newer project,
Okay.
cause that just got approved in, September or October. So maybe just condition 28 on, the approval of, Chase Bank. If you have a chance to look at that.
and, Mr. Chairman,
Mr. Long?
because this is still an informal discussion, and Mr. Salvo's here. That backyard setback of 50 feet was in the original article filed with the Attorney General in 2015, which I have a copy of here.
I don't know if we wanna get into,
No, I'm just,
Yeah.
I'm just mentioning that.
Yep.
We talked about it 2 weeks ago. I told him what I thought would be the process for, you know, taking, you know, squaring it away.
Yep.
And I'm just, but I was told at that meeting, and it certainly appeared on the YouTube, that was, I was told, and we were told, that was, in 2015, the 15 feet was in the 2015, article at town meeting, and I happen to have the article here. And it's 50 feet. So I would be,
we can wait till
I'm
the
just,
as-built comes back from Tetra Tech. He has got our bylaws, so he would be able to answer that question as well.
Okay.
So we'll push that.
I'm just saying,
I understand.
yeah. I'm saying, I guess my point is, they'll never ask me to vote for something that's, goes against what we're held accountable for.
Board members have any questions, Phil? Rich? You wanna continue with the chairman's corner at this time? So
For the, engineers,
so it's my understanding that Chase Bank is looking to do another submission of a drawing? Not the one that was approved?
So Chase Bank, and they've made some updates based on comments that perhaps weren't caught from the earlier comment letters. And I had recommended to them, because they now have a third revision of the plans, to bring them to the board and explain the changes and, you know, that it would be up to the board to understand and decide whether there was major or minor. And I know from looking at it, a number of them are minor, clerical, but, you know, I'm basically dealing with a permit application for a trench permit for a July 30 set of plans, July 30, 2025. The board decision plans were from September 27 of 24, so, you know, it was my understanding, any new revision would have to go before the board.
So we had talked back then about stormwater. The project is basically just under an acre, but the road work was never included as part of the project. So if there's contaminants within the site, are there contaminants in the road? Have they done any boring tests to see what they're gonna hit? I mean, that's the only access for that, for Square One and Stop and Shop, is that road that comes through there.
Well, one thing they did provide, and again, it just came in yesterday, was so the boring in that location, no. But based on discussion, they, I believe in their LSP, feel that because of the quantity, there's a representative enough sample, and they'll sample the stockpile of all the material. You know, again, I have also reached out to Beta to verify some of this, but, one
No
of,
trucking plan, no, mention of who the LSU is.
no, it's in there,
Okay, see, we haven't received any of that.
right, and that, some of that just came in this week.
Okay.
You know, of course, they're looking to get going, and I'm just looking to get on the same page of, we should all be using the same plans.
Well, yeah, that's
So-
what this is all about.
You know, if there's not any latitude for them to make revisions on their own to give to the contractor, then I think they should have to come back in to show what the revisions have been. And then we're all working off the same set of plans.
Okay.
Oh.
Mr. Long?
I got the newest copy of the zoning bylaws, 2025. They're available, I don't know if everybody here has them, but I got them from the clerk this week.
You got it this week?
Yeah.
So it has all the new revisions,
All the new
density?
changes in
Yeah,
there.
I don't have that one yet.
Yeah,
other than-
yeah. So, they're free for us.
I'll ask Mrs. Shannon. Is there anything else, Gil?
Just 1753, owe them the stormwater permit approval, which Arcadis did approve. We're just gonna give it a once over, but
Which property is this now?
the truck space, the storage unit,
Truck Smiths.
yeah.
Have they been back in to pull,
They haven't applied for the permit for the cut and cap.
okay.
So, I asked if this was holding it up, and I was told no, but it could be soon, because I guess they have to file this. So I don't know their overall schedule, I can try to get an idea of that.
Very good. Any other questions? Bob, board members? Nancy, do we have any, subdivision submissions, or
We do not.
nothing's come in? Thank you, Nancy. Can I get a motion to take a short recess?
I'll make a motion for a recess.
All in favor?
Aye.
Take a 5-minute recess, hopes that Jeannie shows. Like to call the meeting back to session, we're on a
Sorry,
short break.
sorry, everybody.
What we should do now, we have the members here. Has everyone read through the minutes?
What are the date of the minutes?
August
You were here,
7th.
you were here on the 7th of August.
I was?
Guess we'll wait for you.
I was. August 24th. was.
She weren't, it
I was. Not.
was not in attendance there.
We also have to do August 27th.
Was that
We also need to do August
The
25th.
only one that's on the agenda is the 21st.
21st? We've been trying to get these cleaned up now for,
So the seventh, the three of us.
Okay,
Just
so I'll
the
make a
first.
motion to approve August 7th.
I'll second that.
yeah. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes of August 7th?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes passed for August 7th. We'll move over to
21st.
August 21st.
And Jeannie was not in. And Jeannie was not in.
I'll make the motion to approve the minutes and then I'll abstain from the vote.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Motion passes 4-0. That takes care of the minutes today, finally. Next up on the agenda is, it is a public hearing. Anyone that wants to speak in favor or against, please come to the podium, state your name and your address. We have a little hiccup before us on the taxes.
They've been paid.
We have word, remember, taxes have been paid.
We did just find the receipt, I emailed it to Nancy.
What?
We did just find the receipt, I emailed it to Nancy, they were paid online.
Beautiful. So I guess we can move forward on that. You want to come up and present the project to the board, please do so.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. For the record, Attorney Brian McGrail, here on behalf of the applicant MBC Properties LLC. This is an application for site plan review related to the properties at 163 and 167 Hamilton Street, the town of Saugus. With me tonight is Rick Salvo from Engineering Alliance. Also, Mike Messina, who is here on behalf of MBC Properties, and Steve Gribben, who is the architect on the project. I'm going to hand it over to Rick pretty shortly to go through the site plan for the board, but before I do so I thought it might be helpful to give some background to what's being proposed at the site and the site itself. The subject property is a substance rehabilitation facility. It's been in Saugus for quite a while. It's been recognized as a legal nonconformity by the Saugus Zoning Board of Appeals. It historically has had 30 beds, a 30-bed facility. In 2024, my client went before the Saugus Board of Appeals, and they received an approval in the form of a special permit from the ZBA to go from a 30-bed facility up to a 60-bed facility. That decision was dated September 2024. It's been recorded at the Registry of Deeds. So we submitted a copy of that decision, Mr. Chair. Members of the board, you would ask for that, and I think Mr. Salvo had sent that to you, the zoning board decision. Because of the proposed changes, which involves an addition to the building and some alterations, it triggers a site plan review before your board, and that's why we're before you tonight, and that's what we've applied for. My client, I've mentioned, was allowed by the Zoning Board of Appeals to go from 30 up to 60 beds. So adding 30, they've decided only to add 18. So in essence, the project proposal has been reduced significantly from what would be allowed. And that's some background. So this has been approved by the Zoning Board of Appeals through their special permit process. With that said, I'd like to hand it over to Rick, and he will go through the site plan, if that's okay with you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
I think many of you, oops, you see that, Bob?
Oh, no, sir.
I think many of you are familiar with the site on Hamilton Street. It's actually now will be comprised of two separate properties. 167 Hamilton Street is occupied by an existing single-family dwelling, contains about 8,000 square feet of area. 163 Hamilton Street, which was former nursing home, which has since become the facility that's before you tonight to be expanded. Is comprised of about 108,400 square feet. A large portion of the property is undeveloped and will continue to be undeveloped. This is the existing building footprint and paved footprint that's around the site. This is the existing single-family footprint and paved footprint. This access to the site right now is off of Erling Drive, just off of Hamilton Street, and that's basically a one-way circulation around the property with the parking in the rear. We're gonna be working primarily within the footprint of what's already been developed. So in order to build the addition, the existing single-family dwelling will be demolished. This is the footprint of the addition, reconstructed in front of the property. We had a couple of meetings with Captain Phelan before, as part of our design process, before coming here to get some feedback from him on the access. We're gonna continue with the one-way access that'll be around the site. You can see these driveways are a little bit wider. He asked that the driveways be widened out to 20 feet. A 20-foot width will give him the opportunity to be able to set up his ladder truck at any multiple points along here. Somehow we needed to get somebody out of a high story of the building, had to go from the outside for whatever reason. There's a small pinch point right here that's a little less than 20 feet, but other than that, everything is 20 feet for the one-way, 24 feet for the back-out space in this particular area over here. There's an existing patio here that'll get removed. There'll be a gazebo that'll be built over here. Dumpster and recycling will be in this particular area over here. I'm told in talking to the client, these folks aren't allowed to have visitors. So it's prohibited for them to have visitors there. So they are folks that are coming to this facility by automobile are the staff that work there. There's 16 parking spaces required by zoning. We're providing 48 parking spaces. So there'll be more than enough space for the staff to be able to park. We are adding some impervious surfaces here with obviously the addition and the wider driveway. We're primarily working within the existing grading. There's a high point in this area here, which discharges off-site to the rear. Everything else flows towards the front of the property, towards Hamilton Street. All of that flow will be captured by a series of deep sump-supported catch basins. There's 3 of them, and they get directed to a subsurface infiltration facility located at the front of the property here, where that stormwater will be held and allowed to infiltrate slowly after the storm event passes. We're also proposing, because the 20-foot width created a lot of pavement around here, we created a pervious paver strip along the edge, which will sort of take the curse off of the look of all that pavement and provide some stormwater recharge and help additionally minimize the rate of runoff. We did not include that infiltration in our calculations, so the calculations were conservative. This system was sized as if the pervious pavers were impervious. That makes sense. By and large, the grading really doesn't change much. We stay pretty much within the existing grading. There'll be an exit out of a stairwell, out of the addition in this area here. That can be accessed to the parking lot. Main entrance to the site is still in the rear, just like it is today. We also,
So will that be like overflow parking down there? Is that gonna be the main, all the parking down there? Will there be any addition, is that the 48 spaces all down there?
no.
Or there's some up top?
Yeah, there's, let me flip back a plan, there's 8 parking spaces down here, and then the balance are down there.
Okay. So there's approximately 16 staff on at all times?
Yeah.
So 8, some of them have to park down
Yeah,
below.
it'll fluctuate, but anywhere from 12 to 16. You can park in the lower lot on the street.
And up in the in the back with that additional pavement, does that affect, is there any wetlands down below there that's gonna affect?
The river is way down here, we're outside of the 200-foot river.
Okay, okay.
So the total amount of disturbance here is is less than the 1 acre. There's about a little over 30,000 square feet of disturbance. A lot of it's already disturbed, but we're underneath the 1 acre regardless, even if we counted the whole entire footprint that you see here.
Question,
Mr. Long?
you're gonna take the house down that's in front,
Correct.
okay? Right now, that terrace is up to the building. You're going to, and you have parking spaces coming out to Hamilton Street. Right now, Hamilton Street is down here, the building is up here.
Yeah, Hamilton Street's dropping off dramatically, as you know.
Right, so how, are you gonna be filling in or anything like that?
Yeah, we'll be doing something on the front. There's a retaining wall that'll be built along the front of the property here, kind of L-shaped. We'll pick up some of that fill there, and then this road here will ramp up, just like it does today, but we'll capture some of that fill in here, so we'll pick this up, so we can meet that grade.
Are you gonna, a lot of fill gonna come from on site?
Yes, from the excavation
Yeah.
for the footings for this, the excavation for this field, all that stuff will come out and be utilized on site. There'll probably be some fill imported into this site to make that happen,
Right.
but there won't be anything
But
exported.
we're not gonna have dump trucks coming and going, stuff like that. And that
No,
that's
not-
a tough location,
They'll,
traffic wise.
yes. Yeah,
I just wanna say, I got demolished up there, going up the hill, with a car coming down the hill that couldn't stay in its lane, so.
Yeah, I mean, there'll be fill brought to the site, there will be dump trucks coming and going from the site, but it's not gonna be excessive. Won't be excessive. We also retained the landscape architect, came up with a landscaping tree plan, couple of trees and then landscaping around the foundation, landscaping around the edge. Try to create a little bit of an amenity space for folks here. It's a plant list here. We also submitted a full drainage report to you that, I don't know if the board's gonna choose to send out to peer review, or if it's gonna get reviewed in-house, but whatever the pleasure of the board is, you know, we're happy to participate in that. That's essentially the way the site lays out. A couple of parking lot lights will be installed here, and here. They'll all be dark skies friendly, they'll all be shielded, downward light only. And that's essentially the proposal. Like Attorney McGrail said, I think this was originally permitted through the Board of Appeals to have 30 additional beds. It's only gonna have 18 additional beds. That's effectively it. Hopefully the access gets approved, the stormwater gets improved a little bit, and a need gets met with the 18 additional beds.
What were they looking for a timeline? Were they looking for a timeline? How soon were they looking to start it, and what are they thinking for a timeline?
I guess it depends once we get all of our entitlements, and then we have to finish the drawings for building permit. I would imagine probably the spring.
Yeah, probably it's February to April, somewhere in that range, if everything goes okay.
Have you guys had a chance to look at any of the drawings and the?
Yeah, I've looked at it kind of overall, not in too much detail, but I know the basic footprint and everything. I didn't, from looking at it, realize the wall was there, and but I did notice that grade. I drove by it on the way in. But yeah, still, just kind of looked at what it is, so was interested to see what,
Do you feel it's something that you guys can review in-house, or do you think it needs peer review?
for the stormwater.
Yeah.
I'd have to check, a little more, but the fact it's less than an acre, makes it a little more, reasonable, but maybe the fact it's next to the river, we just wanna double check, but, you know, it helps to have the calculations, you know, how big the tanks, that's kind of what, like, we look at, so they have something that says pervious to impervious, here's the tank, that helps, but I think we'd wanna look, a little closer at it. You know, kind of, didn't want to, wanted to see what happened here tonight as well, you know, before really digging into it. Do you think the existing sewer connection is big enough, or you'd have to size it up? Or have you looked into it that much?
We feel it's big enough. Obviously, we're not to the point that MEP design and all that stuff is happening yet, but that'll be happening very shortly.
So there's no entrance actually from directly onto Hamilton Street with this project?
Well, no, it technically enters on Erling Drive right where it enters today, but it's very close to the intersection of Hamilton Street.
And from the entrance to the top of the hill on elevation, you're looking at a little over 10 feet?
Probably more like 14 feet,
14 feet.
66 up the,
And what is the
which
length
is
of
what
that
happens
run?
today. What's that?
What's the percentage?
Everything's under 10%, which was,
Everything's under
which was the require, so Captain Phelan had two requirements.
Yeah.
And one, that the access roads don't exceed 10%, and that they had a width of 20 feet.
Your retention tank, stormwater tank that you're putting in?
Yep.
That's gonna come across the road, so I'm assuming that's gonna be a heavy tank?
Oh yeah, those Caltech chambers, they're 330 XL HD chambers, they're all H20 rated. Yep. Intended to turn on the pavement.
And Nancy, we didn't have any objection from police, fire, and
Police were very active, from what I understand, in the ZBA process, and we had probably
Yeah,
had
read
2 or
through
3
those
meetings
notes.
with Captain Phelan on the physical design of it, as well.
yeah, thank you for forwarding the ZBA minutes, I read them, and they were pretty thorough.
Okay.
And for public information, this falls under a zoning, basically that's backed by the state and the federal government, to put a building of this nature into a residential neighborhood.
No, it's a pre-existing non-conforming building that they got a special permit from the Board of Appeals to extend the pre-existing non-conforming use.
Correct.
Yeah, this isn't a door.
That was the purpose of the special permit.
You're right,
No,
this isn't one.
this is
Not-
not, this is not.
It could be one.
I don't see that.
You don't see it, okay. Any questions from the board members?
Can we go over the numbers again? Right now, you have how many beds,
30 beds in there now.
does assisted living?
No, this is a,
Rehabilitation,
Three now.
rehabilitation,
Okay.
yes, for substance issues.
so there's 30 existing beds now, we're gonna add another 18 for a total of 48.
And that's scaled back because they had received permission to do, originally they were
Total
looking
of
to do
60.
45, right? Then they got permission to do 30, and now they're only doing 18.
For a total of 48.
Just out of curiosity, the personnel that's gonna be on site, how does that break down? I mean, what are you going to have on site for during 24 hours?
Sure.
Yeah.
Mike,
Yeah. So you'll probably have about 4
Did you say
nurses.
your name?
Oh, sorry, yeah, Mike Messina, I'm with NBC Properties, also ESG Development is the name of the company. Probably about 4 to 6 nurses full-time. You'll have a head of medicine, you'll have a program director, you'll have a couple security guards, and then you'll have some other miscellaneous staff. And I think for the next meeting, I can bring you a breakdown of that exactly. And it's still sort of, we're working with a couple different operators to take over this facility, but generally, you're gonna have 4 to 6 nurses, head of the program, head of medicine, and a few other staff members as well.
At nighttime, staffing levels at nighttime.
Yeah.
What
You'll
would you
have,
think of having it,
you'll probably have at least 2 nurses. The building is broken up between, it's called like, basically acute services, which is like the first 5 days of the rehabilitation. And then there's like stage 2, which they'll go downstairs for 2 or 3 weeks. So you'll have a nurse at each of those levels. You'll have 2 security guards. That was a condition of the special permit, is that we have to have 2 security guards at all times. And you'll probably have someone at the director level there as well. And that'll be at nighttime. And then during the day, you'll have the full 12 to 16 staff members.
And you can have, the people who are there and have visitors,
They cannot.
cannot have
Cannot.
visitors.
If I'm correct, they're also, the patients can't leave.
They can leave at any time if they would like to. Yeah, this isn't, they're not being forced to be here. It's a private,
So they can pick up anytime they want, leave,
they can.
you
Yes,
accept them back in once that happens.
we do accept them back
You
if they,
do.
yes.
Go down the street to your old place.
I might get a rope though. Any other question from board members?
Okay, so,
So what I would suggest, this is in very early stages, is that, we, just a little minute to come to a minute, is, I'd like to see, a peer review consultant on this.
do you think we need one at this?
I
with
think
this
in the
project
beginning,
that's
till
so
everything is
small?
approved, to help them, help the, will only help the applicant expedite this through. So it doesn't get tied up for months as some of the other projects have. So if we can get a second opinion, then I think that it may flow a little bit faster for the applicant. We'll say that they have to be on site every day. It is a residential neighborhood. It looks small, but it's a decent sized development. So, but we'll take that to a vote. So what I'm asking the board is,
As the applicant.
I think we're okay with it.
Is that the stormwater? Is that the, what parameters?
so we would have an engineer, look at stormwater, we would have everything that our engineers look at from the town, just someone to check theirs. We've had projects where we get into these things and it's not happening the way it should, and it slows the project down, you're back before us, as Mr. Salvo will tell you. Any changes to the project has to be brought back to the board. So, and then the board makes the determination whether it's a minor or a major change. And we'll try to stick to it. You guys go into this, build it what you present to the board, you're in and out, and everyone's fine. So, that's my suggestion, the board doesn't have to agree with me. If you don't mind, we'll stop for 2 seconds, put it to a vote, and then we'll open this up to a public meeting. So,
Mr. Chairman, how do you get your patients? How is it determined that they would be in a facility like this?
Yeah, these are private operators, and they do a lot of marketing campaigns to get these patients. A lot of it is referral. Unfortunately, a lot of it is repeat clients. But these private operators, they do a lot of marketing around letting these patients know that these facilities are available. So it's not necessarily like they're not referred by the government or something like that. It's a private facility, so.
And I saw an example of Melrose Wakefield one time, of a patient who had overdosed. They had to have security there. You're going to have year-round, 24-hour security.
Yes, that was a condition of the special permit that was granted by the zoning board, is that we have to have 2 security guards at all times. So we will have that.
they patrol inside and outside?
That's correct.
It's a residential neighborhood.
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah, it's- And across the street of all those units now. Want to continue it,
well,
have a review?
Kevin, you really don't have any information from us, we've got nothing from, Lieutenant Phelan and the fire department, Captain Phelan, nothing has come back. Nancy, do you have anything from any of the other?
The fire didn't have any issues with it, they've met with them, they are the ones, the fire are the ones that told them to do all those changes, the 20 feet. And then she reached out again to them today and asked if they had any
They have the-
objections, they have no objections, and the police didn't, and the police had written, and, the ZBA said, in all the years they've been there, they haven't had any issues with them
This is
at
a whole
all.
new entity though, correct?
It's the same ownership entity.
Oh, it is.
The operator may or may not change. It could be the same operator. It might be a different operator depending on how that shakes out, but it's the same owner of the real estate.
And the facility has been operating as this rehabilitation center for now, how many years? 8 years?
Yeah, quite a while. It was
Very little incidents, if any,
Yeah,
right?
that's
From
right.
what I've read.
Yeah.
I mean, you barely even know it's there.
Well, I live around the corner, and I know that we've had quite a few at my establishment.
You probably had more in your establishment.
It's not an introduction of a new use, it's really just an extension of that use, and quite frankly, an improvement because it involves all renovations to the property. So it's really an upgrade of the property as well.
Sounds like it's going in the right direction.
One thing, I'm just thinking of, so is that Hamilton Street, like, does it come right up to the street? Cause is there a sidewalk in that area?
No,
Yeah,
it's
Like,
The sidewalk's actually quite a bit out. Is it, the edge of the street's way out here.
The building itself is way up.
So there's at least, I don't know, there's at least 10 feet of green space from the back edge of sidewalk to the property line. And then the wall's even set inside the property line.
And then the building is even further back. Have you been by there?
yeah, I didn't notice it for most of my life, you know, until I realized it was back there,
I
but,
think it shows on the existing, you can see the edge of pavement, the curb line's way out here.
okay. I'm just thinking if, you know, what it's gonna look like for people if they'll want, if they'll be okay with how, having a big wall out there, or just to, cause it's gonna be what,
There's a big
10,
wall across the
10
street
foot
where they
wall?
built those condos.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
a big wall literally across the street from there where
And
they built.
we were
those
talking
condos.
amongst ourselves, and it got picked up after we had made the submittal. There was a requirement, I think, by the ZBA to have evergreens planted in front, so on the subsequent submission, we'll be showing a row of arborvitae's or something there that'll really hide that wall. You really won't see the
Yeah,
wall.
you don't have that, the planting schedule though.
No, it's not
So
in
this
there
is
now.
why I'm saying
That
that
got picked up after we
if
had
we
submitted.
send this out, to someone that understands, whether it be Tetra Tech or whoever, they're gonna give us this information back. Just covers everybody's deal. You know where you're gonna go, he knows what he's gonna do, it kinda,
And we're happy to make that change before we submit it, formally submit it to the board that way as well. And that way then we can make a package that has the drawing, the drainage calcs, the ZBA decision that was issued, so Tetra Tech would have it, well, whoever you choose would have it.
Yeah, updated, so they know they're looking at the right thing.
so that's the.
How long do you think it will take you to get that all put together
Next week.
next week?
So certainly by the time, I imagine you'll get a price for a peer review, and we'll have to put money in escrow or something like that,
Yes,
because you'll pay for it,
that
so.
is the normal
So
procedure.
by the time all that happens, we'll have this.
If the rest of the board accepts that, we're just gonna put that to a vote right now.
Is the applicant okay with that, does it agree with that?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll benefit the review and hopefully it expedites the process, so I think we're okay with that.
And engineering, how long do you think you guys will need? I mean, you're 2 engineers now, how long do you think it will take for us to go through this?
well, there's a peer review, we'd have to wait for that.
You've got quite a bit on your plate right now, from what I'm understanding.
Yeah, and
But if we're gonna bring in peer review, we're
That's what
doing
I'm
that
saying.
to expedite it, we're
This
not doing
help-
that to.
This,
prolong-
right, this will
prolong.
help, that's why I said about a peer review. This will help him to expedite, and so we get back to the client.
Right, but if he's gonna wait for peer review and then he's gotta go through it, that almost
we
makes
can-
it sound like it's gonna take
No, I don't
longer.
think, we're not gonna allow that with peer review. We need these decisions immediately. So, we can cover it, if they can't handle it, we'll find it out.
and at this point, I don't know if, like, we talked about the sewer capacity,
You don't
There's
have
plans
those
for water.
calculations, correct?
right, I don't think at this point, so if that's still being developed, you know, I guess there's only so much that can be looked at if things are still being, but I guess on their side, they maybe don't move forward until they know they can, I don't know.
Typically, we would try to hold off on spending money on that unless it's a requirement, unless you guys wanna see it, but.
Yeah,
Usually the MEPs come after site plan review as part of the building permit submittal.
So you're looking for site plan approval, and then you'll give you the final designs.
Yeah.
Yeah, then typically that's the way it goes, then you get into your construction drawings. and all that stuff.
I guess the fact that there's an existing non-conformity, like, there's a lot of times the peer review we use to make sure it lines up with our own bylaws and everything, so if there's ones that aren't applicable, it'd be due to the ZBA, it'd be good to call those out, that would help with the review. But
Well, since
it'd be
we
hard to put a time on it right now with kind of a few of the projects going on, I mean, at least a couple weeks, but
So would we be looking to approve the site plan tonight, and then we get the final drawings and
I'd
then
rather
approve
wait before
and
the
do
approval, so we have all the drawings, so we
But
don't.
they're not gonna do the drawings until we have the site plan approval, so we would do the site plan approval, and then you'd submit the final drawings and have Tetra Tech, is that the way you do it? Is that,
I don't have anything in front of me.
so what do you,
That's all we got.
Yeah, but I don't have anything in front of me.
Yep.
I don't have anything from the, different departments within the town telling me what their thoughts are on this.
Well,
I think this should be a package that we should be put
Nancy
together.
Nancy
is trying-
sends things out
No, I'm
to you.
listening to
they're not
you,
responding.
because they're coming to you, but
They
they're not
didn't come to
coming
me,
to us.
No, they didn't come to me. Nancy, our clerk, sends them out to them, and if they have something, they're supposed to send it back. So she sent something back out to them today, asking them if they had any outstanding concerns to reply back, and they did not. So that means they don't have any outstanding. But if you go through all the ZBA things where those departments did respond and they did put input, you didn't arrive at the fact that they don't have anything outstanding. They never respond back to her
Calling
unless
around
they
today,
have
the
something
day of the
outstanding.
hearing, is absolutely ridiculous. And
I-
we're supposed to
can't
have
make them
information
do that.
actually Thursday before we meet.
I can't
And the
make them
different
put
agencies
something in
within
writing.
the town are supposed to bring it through here, the planning board, so that the record is complete. It's not a big deal to
I
do.
You sent it out, right, Nancy? You reached out to them again, and you send the form out to them?
Did Nancy, let me ask you something, Nancy, they give you anything in writing? They give you anything in an email?
When they have an,
Or was it a telephone call?
They don't, if they don't have any
and when they have a negative comment or a comment, they do. That's been the practice. I agree with you in the fact that it's frustrating and it shouldn't be the way it is, but unfortunately, we do not control the departments, and we can't tell them what to do.
I believe the bylaw gives them a certain period of time that they
To
have to
respond.
comment. If they don't,
Yes.
it's deemed that.
They don't have anything.
Well, for example, occupancy permits aren't supposed to be issued until we see that material here. Because we're the ones who tell the building inspector whether or not they
Right,
should
but we're
walk.
not gonna get over
No,
that
no,
right now, we're
I'm
gonna
just
stay
saying.
focused on what we're talking about.
Fine.
So, right now,
So I'm gonna make a motion,
No,
I'm gonna ask for a motion,
seems,
that we have a peer review consultant, that takes a look at this thing, especially in the beginning. Get a
I'll
motion,
move that motion.
I get a second,
Second.
all in favor of peer review consultant?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0. Does anyone want to offer up any names for a peer review consultant at this time? Someone
I
that,
would say we can check with Tetra Tech, get a quote, and ask for a timeline, if they're not too busy, if it's not something that's gonna get, dragged on, they're not too busy, they can help fast they
I
can
could
turn
reach
it
out
around.
to them tomorrow, if the board wishes, to see if they can take this project on and see how fast they can.
Yeah, get a timeline and a quote from them, and
Yep.
then reach out, back out
That
to
okay
the
with the
applicant.
applicant?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll look forward to a quote.
Okay.
All right, so you'll have a full set of drawings for us to view by when?
Well, it has a full size drawings, but
Oh,
we'll
we already,
we'll add,
we already
we'll
talked about changes. We're trying to get all this down and on the drawing.
The plans he's talking about are landscape, plans.
Well,
you're not
like
making
that,
any
just have to do it
substantial
twice.
changes, you're just
Correct,
adding
that's right.
arborvitae's.
We're gonna add the, we add the
Can I
evergreen
see
in
the
front.
landscape plan, you had some green on there,
We did.
you did
We
have
don't
some
have that.
landscape.
Yeah, We did.
Just the front near the retaining wall that we were talking about, that we gotta add some evergreen.
Yeah, we need to add a line of evergreens along with the retaining wall.
Okay,
Do
so is
we have
that,
that safe?
is that like their own plan?
The
You're
landscape
gonna
plan?
cut all the plans?
No.
Add,
What do you have it on?
Right.
It'll look almost
L1.
identical.
That's easy.
Wait, what's that road being called?
What is it?
That little piece up there, see about by the driveway? Way over here, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Well, grass island, planted on it. Just to define that entryway,
So,
curb line.
you don't have stormwater reports, you don't have.
Yeah, we submitted stormwater report.
No, I
Oh.
said, we haven't had our engineer review the stormwater report. So I have no input from,
but you
we have that.
given that to,
Yeah, I got that a good, probably a month ago.
Yeah, I think we submitted the end of June.
you do have the stormwater.
I have that report, yeah.
So he does have the stormwater.
So this is what I'm saying, if our peer review takes a look at this and puts his blessing on it, these guys get to go a little faster. I don't see how it's gonna hurt us, that's all I'm saying.
I think it makes the lift, Kevin may go over your this.
Okay, so
Someone
you
else
wanna
may.
continue this how much longer do we need to continue this?
I think we continue it to the next meeting, and if there's nothing new to report and we don't have it, we can continue it at that point.
I'll make a motion to continue this to the, oh, we didn't know.
This is public hearing.
Right, thank you, Bill.
So being a public hearing, is there anyone in the audience that wants to speak in favor or anyone that wants to speak against?
Seeing none, I'll make a motion to continue this to our next meeting on,
Close the public meeting.
no, continue it.
We're gonna continue, okay?
Yeah.
I thought there was a gentleman there.
To
So we have a
September
motion.
18th.
We have
Make
a motion to continue
to September 18th.
till September 18th.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
See, no, see, at the end, there's information.
No, no, it's,
It's supposed to fall through. Still looking at call.
they asked to be on, but we're not ready. 187.
We don't even know what the hell they do.
Huh?
That's a picture.
Oh.
Maybe we shouldn't say that so loud.
Ben,
The next meeting is an informal discussion with 180 Central Street, site plan review, site progress. And we have a notice from town treasurer that there is a water and sewer charge that hasn't been paid. The date,
Sure.
We'll double check it.
excuse me?
We'll double check it.
I don't know, we paid $60,000 to the town before they got,
I got it from the.
How much is it?
Sent it through the water.
that's separate from your water charges.
Yeah, we'll take care of it.
443.94.
How much? $1,200?
$443.94.
$400? Okay,
what is
Take
that,
care.
what is that for?
we'll take care of it.
It's a water bill or something, I don't know.
Most likely it was probably trying to be delivered when they were doing the street, the sewer.
I think it's your
and it
water,
didn't- it
it's
didn't
your
get
water
delivered.
usage.
Yeah.
It's
What's
your
that?
water usage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, maybe the bill was trying, maybe the bill never got to us, that's all I'm saying, when they did the road over. Because we ripped up the mailboxes and everything already, and really got no place to mail. so.
443.94.
But I'll pay that online tomorrow.
We have a letter from Saugus Building Commissioner. It's been passed on to you.
A letter?
Which letter?
We didn't really see the letter.
That he wants some information by the 11th. We got that.
Yeah, we have 10 days to get him some information.
So, received a call, myself, passed it on to, after I reviewed, I was up on your project on a Sunday morning, bright and early. There's no site security there.
Site security?
It's wide open. Now,
What's wide open?
Your site was wide open, your back door was wide open, there was a 5-gallon gas can that sat at the back door,
That's not true.
sir.
This Sunday?
There's no 5-gallon gas tank.
There was a 5-gallon
I did speak to the
gas-
building inspector.
There was a lift, telescoping lift, there was,
Could you guys just introduce yourself for the?
Yeah,
people at
Steve
home?
Bocelli.
Or Joe Bocelli.
so I'm just telling you,
So he did call me
okay.
and said he wanted the back door closed. He said he was there at 8 o'clock in the morning, the garage door was open. I said, yeah, people are working. Okay, and he wanted a fence put up on that day.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is why,
But as far as the
Don't
gas
stop.
can,
look, it's.
there was a little
I have
gas
no-
can for the saw guy.
I have no reason, but it had gas in it.
Yeah, very little
Okay,
gas,
so
yeah.
it was left on your site,
So you went in the building and?
no, I didn't go in the building.
Okay.
Time out.
Saying.
Let's focus on some of the other
We're just
things that
wondering.
actually, like,
I just
why we
wondered,
brought you guys in.
There's a little
There are
gas
some,
can.
there
I
are some
saw the picture.
changes there were some changes that have been made that were
Yeah.
not on the plans.
Okay.
So we're gonna need you guys to file to come in for a modification
Mm-hmm.
and come in, and we're gonna need some documentation. There was a wall that was built that was not on the plans.
That's correct.
We'll need, some documentation. I believe the building commissioner has gone through all the things that you'll need to come forward and file with Nancy.
Yep.
So I don't know why you're on here tonight for an informal discussion, but, you guys, I believe you got a list from the building commissioner, what you need to do.
Today,
Correct.
And so if you can just file that with Nancy, and then
Correct.
get on the agenda and
Yeah.
come back before us
Yeah.
with everything that you need to do. We don't need to get into the nitty gritty
That's what I'm
and
saying. It's
yell and
not-
scream at each
not
other,
worth it.
but you guys do have some stuff that's going on there that we need to rectify.
Yeah. It was just that, the National Grid stuff.
Right,
That was,
they
I
made
guess,
some changes, but
made some changes.
the
to the-
process is, you have to
Yeah.
come before us, they can't make those
We're gonna add
changes
it, yeah.
arbitrarily.
We'll add it to the
You have
site
to
plan and,
File for a modification, you have to come before the
Yeah.
board, and you have to do the process.
yeah, this is
You
for
have
the
the
transformer.
blast wall,
It's not, it's just a wall.
it shouldn't be called the blast.
We're gonna take that
Well,
language
it's-
off, meaning glass wall, because it gets up there, you know,
It's a wall from the,
but
gets
it's
pretty
not on the
crazy.
plan,
what's that?
it's not on the original plan.
It's not in the original plan. Because,
Correct.
like we said before, and I spoke to you about that, was, you get into this stuff, they don't know where the electric's gonna go till the site's all ready to go. And they came in,
As you heard earlier, this is why I said, let's get it all down on paper before we.
but they won't
This
do
is what
it.
happens to us.
They won't do it.
They just did it, they literally gave us the
A
plan,
couple months ago, they,
not even a couple
Yeah,
months. ago,
showed
like a month
where
and
they
a half,
wanted
you
it
know, month
to
ago.
go.
And, they're like, okay, the only place that could possibly go, ever, is this place. And that's it, or else you're not getting electricity. So what are you gonna do? I guess our hands are tied to National Grid. right?
Well, if you present that letter to the board,
There's no letter, National Grid doesn't put anything in writing.
Don't put anything in writing. I can't believe that either.
Yeah, unfortunately, I tried to get, I mean,
They came, site visit, set of
I
drawings,
thought there was a letter.
they inspected it and all that stuff,
and they gave us a plan.
yeah.
So I think the idea would be when you get that plan, bring it to the board and
I'm not aware of that. I'm not, I'm usually a subcontractor, not an owner builder.
I think
understand.
part of it is that it's so close to the river, had it been a bigger lot, maybe it wouldn't have got so much focus, but, the fact is, there was the Concom stuff and you're by the river, so.
Yeah.
Um,
Because it is a landscape wall, it is filled with concrete.
Their concern was if somebody's on the patio and something happens to the transformer.
Yep, we just need to,
And
Go through
we
the
have the
process.
engineers design, going through,
So-
specking out what's
this
there,
is where I was getting
Yeah.
to.
and we're gonna put everything on the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
You understand structural engineer that's gonna stand there.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
5 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what the board needs.
And
Yeah.
that's why we're definitely on the same page when it's like, okay, well, whatever you need, we'll produce it,
But anything the building inspector ever asked for is done immediately.
always.
Well, I haven't got another letter from him, but this, the last one I got had all these complaints on it.
And
But he said he spoke to you, so.
Yeah,
and as you know, people are backed up, but it's a lot of workload, I know, and you, and,
Permits
you
are
know,
not
to
easy in
get-
this town to get.
No, and to get engineering done, you know, we're trying to expedite with our engineers, and, you know,
I need,
obviously within 10 days is,
I need a
We're gonna do
sewer
it.
permit.
Oh, yeah.
To connect the new sewer line up or I'm screwed in this building. Plumber stopped, everybody stopped, everything's in the basement, ready to go, but the sewer line that's in there, there's some misinformation on it, said there's a 6-inch out there. He asked us to do a little explore, we did, it's all 4-inch.
So there's an issue of a second solar line?
The line that was on the plans and, you know, I don't know if that was historic. There was some camera work done, but first it was learned to be in a different location, and then it turned out to be a 4-inch. Their plumber has identified the number of fixtures, as being too many for the 4-inch. So they've put an application in to, upgrade to a 6-inch. But, you know, I have asked for the,
but we did,
on paper of the analysis,
You got it.
how many
we
fixtures.
just
You have
emailed
it
it to
now.
you now, we just got it.
Okay,
So that way, that's from our
I mean,
MEP guy, so.
You said you were gonna speak to the
Sure,
plumbing
engineer.
inspector, but my plumber says, I don't care what anybody says, it's code. You could not put 258 fixtures in a 4-inch,
That's
period,
it, period.
no matter what anybody wants to say. And I thought a fixture was a fixture, but it's not. A sink might be 1, bathtub would be 3, and so on and so on. So, it doesn't make it, bottom line. The
So
engineer
your
come out,
plumber reached out to the plumbing inspector?
yeah, said, no way, it's not gonna happen. He asked it for it in writing, which we hired the engineer, the MEP guy, to write a letter.
Which we just got.
So you can understand what Mr. Long was saying, do we have anything from anybody?
Hmm.
We don't get it, we don't know,
We don't see
so.
this stuff.
Well, I don't know, I don't know,
So-
you know,
No,
he
no.
asked for it.
No,
No,
it's,
it's
Yeah,
just,
that
not,
doesn't-
it's.
It just
but
goes
it's-
to-
This
yeah.
is what happens.
That's not.
goes to him,
doesn't-
not.
I used to
Yeah,
have,
that
For
part
that-
of
for
it
that-
doesn't
for that
involve us,
part,
but the.
I used to have my
wall
soil
already
layers
changed
license in this town.
Me too.
Yeah, so you just go up there, you ask,
It's-
you get your permit, things change, I understand. He's jammed.
You can't do that in any town right now.
That's why when you recommend.
Go to Boston,
Wakefield-
go to
Wakefield's-
Boston and try to get one, forget it.
Oh, no, I dug in the north end for a long time.
Okay, so you
So you guys
understand the complaint, you
Yeah.
rectified some of.
Those are
some of the issues.
all set, except now we'll get you the,
Anything on that letter was rectified that day.
Yeah.
you know, so.
so we'll get you the drawing of the
So
as-built.
is there any chance of securing your site a little bit better than what?
It is, we have
I
a
mean,
fence now
There is a
between
fence
the
that
two,
goes
yeah.
across now?
Yeah.
Great.
You know, we put a fence, but, you know, I mean, he was concerned about kids. I mean, they broke in twice, they still, they
You were a
still,
kid once, I was a kid once.
We'll get in.
You got an open building like
but you
that,
know,
They'll
Many
get in.
moons
you
ago.
were playing hide go seek,
And it's,
right?
not for nothing,
I don't know.
it's
The guy was doing-
98% finished inside.
but I'm stopped.
Yeah.
I'm dead in the water.
Okay.
We're waiting on a transfer.
So get your engineer to, give us the changes, red line drawings.
Yeah.
You know what we need.
Yeah.
Um,
So meanwhile, can I ask a question? How long does it take to get a sewer permit? I'm relentless.
how long does it take to do the parking lot out back?
How long does it take to do a parking lot?
What's the schedule on that?
It'll probably take 2 weeks.
No, but I talked to the
LSP.
LSP guy today, and he's looking for the location where to bring this stuff, and he's gotta pull the files that he had.
Yeah.
And he filed for a RAM plan.
Okay.
So
I
that's
think we
next.
should be able to get it done before that, but, you know, you guys may have to go into the main and not that manhole. We're kind of looking at it internally, so,
Yeah, you tell me which way to go and we're going. That's, I just wanna go there, cause the plumber said he will not turn the water on, won't make the final connections,
Doing
won't finish
exactly.
the sewer inside, which is, I can't clean the property, can't do anything inside. That's all.
We just want it right.
we're working on it.
Yeah.
Hey, once you get it, then you'll stop calling, right?
Oh,
That's it.
I'll stop stopping by, yelling out my window in the truck, yeah.
No, I mean, I consider, you know, it was originally approved with a 6-inch sewer. It's just a matter of doing the line, so.
Yeah.
In turn, I think that change will have to be reflected on the plan, but, you know, I don't see that as a major change. Just the pipe that was there is 4, and
Location will be the same?
Even though it's,
Four up, put the six in.
More,
thing is-
more or less.
yeah,
I'd like to pull the 4 out, dig exactly where it is and put a 6. But that goes into the manhole. That's, we're waiting for him to agree and not disagree.
You're gonna do a midline tap?
Yeah,
With the
we're
new
looking
drain.
at it,
that's all brand new, isn't it, in there?
Oh, the manhole?
The new sewer line? No,
it's,
they just did the water line?
they did the water line.
Yeah.
The sewer might be getting, lined,
So looks pretty good for the manhole.
I thought they were doing a new sewer, I
Still flowing in a good direction.
thought, away.
Hold it.
yeah, but no, the recent project was just the water.
Water Street,
Um,
When did you vote this?
so we may,
last meeting,
if you do go into the main,
okay.
might have to cap it at the manhole, so,
Did you cap
I
that
know-
from, did you cap that from inside the manhole instead of digging the street up? Just curious.
you gotta find that out. I'd
To approve, right.
be a lot, you know, save a lot of
To
digging,
approve his
Yeah.
extension outside.
but that's,
We just
Well,
want the right
looking at it,
direction, which way to go and we're going.
um,
Just so I can get the plumber done, get my stuff turned on and we'll keep moving forward. Cause the driveway's gonna take, I mean, it's 32, which is crazy, man. I wish there was some other way we could do it, but
There's a lot coming out of there, you know.
yeah, there's 32,000 cubic feet of,
Yeah, but
2.5 feet were going down the whole parking lot.
I didn't vote, so I can't.
Okay,
Yeah, quick,
Okay.
before you go.
Yeah.
Who owns the chimney?
Who,
Who owns the chimney?
oh, well, technically, it's
What's
actually,
that, the tower?
yeah, it's owned by,
We own the tower,
right.
but we don't get a nickel out of
They-
the
they have-
antennas.
They have the easement, they maintain it, they do everything.
Who's this?
It's, the radio communication people.
Oh, Verizon,
They,
next.
they actually have they have two, like rooms in the building. We get $0.
We're getting killed. We're getting killed by them too.
The previous
A little
owner,
information, that was a moneymaker for the prior owner.
it was
He
$25
sold it,
a
he sold it
month
for $1 million.
per antenna.
Yeah, sold it for $1 million.
Yeah, Cipriano, yeah. So,
Yeah.
And he,
Hey, good luck to him.
yeah, he sold it for $1 million and then
He's
sold it
dead.
to us.
Is
That's
he
probably
dead?
the only reason why we could
Guy
afford it.
was in his 90s.
His father, Phil's father, Phil Senior.
Well, then it went to his daughter and son.
Yeah, his
Yeah,
son.
we bought it from the
We
son.
brought it from the son. Yeah. I sat with him on the, when we were doing the zoning bylaw. We all got together and we did the Mill District zoning overlay. In order for us to actually do that, still took 6 years, 7 years, I don't know, in front of this
To get a
board
permit,
to get a permit, but,
Not this,
not this, listen,
not this
we
time.
saw a lot of different
Not
people
this
come through
board.
it. We saw a
No,
lot of
no,
different
no, I think it's
people
the first
come
time I've
through.
been in front of this board, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry.
It was
I-
only me.
He handled all the permit stuff.
Yeah.
I
It was a long go, but, you know, we had a moratorium in the middle of that, 2 years.
Which was,
We had COVID in the
don't get
middle
me
of that,
going and all this stuff.
you know?
And now,
and you
you know,
still stand.
this, but all
I
this
go
is
try.
going through, this board is inherited. Every project that's out there.
I know.
that's
Yeah.
we inherited.
We'll be a decade into the project.
Really?
10 years, yeah, sure.
Yeah, it was-
hey, it's gonna
I
come
didn't
out
have-
nice.
I didn't have kids before, when I started. I have 2 now, you know, it's like,
That gave me 9 grandkids.
yeah, 9 years.
Oh, Congratulations.
Actually,
Right.
you only had 1 grandkid when I started, now it's 9.
yeah.
Wow.
They only have 3 kids, so they're
That,
cranking.
you can blame COVID for that.
Right?
Yeah,
Time
some
on
of
it,
it.
Yeah.
understands that.
We had an 18.
So we're good?
We're good, so you'll get all that
We're gonna-
together?
we have
and
a
you'll
li- we
reach
have
out
a
to
list.
Nancy, and then we'll get you back
As
on
long
the
as you
agenda?
satisfy that, to the
Yeah.
commissioner.
Yeah,
Get all that
The
stuff
only
to
thing that I
Nancy?
asked Kevin on, is I noticed out front, there was a lot of stone.
Yeah.
Loose stone in the public way. If you cleaned
oh,
everything
we
else
sweep
up.
it up? Yeah,
Yeah, it's just,
Oh,
like in the,
it's the
yeah, we
protection.
sweep it back.
so it
Alright.
should be actually,
Yeah.
until they get your transformer set, if that's where it's gonna go.
We're gonna leave this at, they'll contact us about getting on the agenda.
We'll contact Nancy, yeah.
They will
In
contact. us.
We'll
contact,
get that
contact
information
Nancy,
to
get us
Nancy
the
and get on the
information
agenda.
on the
So let me, and ask another question. The plumbing inspector came down and said that we are shut down, no permit will be issued to to a plumber that was there. Here's what are you talking about? He
That's,
said they got a code violation here, so I can't issue a permit. He did issue it, because the guy begged him on his hands and knees. For the generator out back for the tower.
Oh, that's for like, the Verizon or something.
Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
permit on it?
Oh, he's a permit now, but the guy, the plumbing inspector said he couldn't do it. He couldn't issue it. So I asked him if that's what he was told not to
That's
issue
a
me a permit.
Total different department.
Yeah,
No, I don't-
basically
I
what
don't-
they gotta do, what they had to do in between everything is, that we don't own, is that they had to move the generator, they had to move all that stuff, you know, for us,
They came to us
Yeah.
and I said that they needed to go back before the selectmen, because on that list,
Yeah.
they talked about moving the antennas up on the tower.
Oh, I don't know about that, but they
Yeah, whatever they
maintained it
did,
all the
yeah.
You
time.
move anything on the tower.
Yeah.
You have to go before the selectmen.
Oh.
yeah,
I talked to the selectmen, they've never went before them, I don't know what happened, so.
Well, we gave him a new location to get out of the building, out of the main building,
Yeah.
because they're right in the middle of the first floor.
where the mailroom is.
Where they don't belong there.
That's how it works.
Let me ask you a question, on that plan that I noticed,
Yeah.
it looks like it went out back,
What's that?
What?
whatever they moved from upstairs on the second floor, you know,
No,
No, up
no, there was a generator,
it's now on top of the galvanized,
where those stairs
yes,
go up, that's their new
That's
room.
okay.
that's where the
I was gonna say,
T-Mobile has
They don't
always
have
been.
parking, I don't know how they can do this.
No, yeah,
They have enough parking to begin with, so.
Yeah.
I thought they took a space out back, but then,
no,
No.
that was existing, and that's gonna stay,
Yeah.
yeah. So that was T-Mobile,
Or Nextel
Their-
years
their
ago or
ladder.
something.
essentially.
Yeah.
And then there was another room existing that was Nextel, but obviously Nextel is now defunct,
It
so
would have been nice if we gave them on top of the roof, next to the tower.
we tried.
We tried, but they wouldn't do it. Then get rid of that over metal going between the two buildings and all
Yeah.
that stuff.
Yeah.
But it's done. We're just waiting. Can't do our elevator.
So after this, is your next job gonna be the building across the street?
Roberts? No.
Absolutely not. I'm done.
That's it?
I want to get out of this one now. I actually got 40 units to build in Wakefield. I got all approved.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna do it.
Wow.
And that was when my mother, my grandfather had all the homes and I bought it and got it all permitted and ready to go. I'm just too tired.
70 in
Enjoy the
December.
grandkids.
70 in
Huh?
December, that's
Enjoy
right.
the grandkids.
Well, we moved to New Hampshire. We came down from Alton, from Lake Winnipesaukee.
Oh, don't
The
say.
Wakefield project
You
now?
sound like
Don't
my
say-
wife.
Is the Wakefield project in High Street?
What's that?
No,
No?
that's
Okay.
Peter over there, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, we're down in Crescent Street, right in downtown.
Where the fire station's on Crescent Street.
The one, there's 3 houses taken down,
Oh, wow.
40 units.
Wakefield's pretty good. Get permits pretty quick.
Brian, actually, Brian, Rick, Brian McGrail's a great
We
guy.
have a reputation to keep up here, so.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Was that, I don't know.
Listen,
I don't-
Can I make a recommendation? Get this guy an assistant?
Sure,
He's got one now,
Huh?
Huh?
he has one now.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Get out of
Ooh,
town.
get out of town.
Get out of town.
We'll give him my application.
Yeah, right?
No,
right, guys.
me and John too.
We'll see you,
Take a
we'll see you
motion.
soon. You'll get
Yeah.
your information to
Yeah.
Nancy and
Yeah,
get
so like
back
I
on
said,
the agenda.
we literally, stuff was coming in today from each, engineer, so, I'll put the package together and
Okay.
put it off to the,
Yeah, he just
to
asked
Mike,
the
the building
information the other
inspector.
day, and the engineer put it together for you, so.
Okay, thank you.
Sounds
All
good.
right.
Thank you. Have a
We
good
good?
night.
Gonna close the meeting, or are you good?
I'm just, trying to get that motion out 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Gotta get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Meeting is now closed. Gentlemen, thank you.
Thank you, appreciate it.